a candle in each of them and ignite the wicks. Fill the two vessels with water up to a certain level. Place an inverted glass on each candle. The glasses must be of different sizes. After some time, the candle covered with the smaller glass gets extinguished first, followed by the candle in the larger glass. Knowing the fact that air is required for combustion, this just proves that both the glasses contain air, but the larger glass contains more amount of air. The part of air that supports burning is called oxygen. It is also observed that there is some air left inside the glasses after the candles have been extinguished. This part of air that doesn't support burning contains gases such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen and inert gases. Nitrogen constitutes 80% of the air.
To demonstrate that exhaled air has carbon dioxide gas. Things required: a test tube, a straw, lime water. Procedure: take a test tube and pour some lime water into it. Take a straw and exhale air into the lime water in the test tube. You will notice that lime water in the test tube becomes milky white. Lime water turns milky white only when carbon dioxide is mixed with it. Thus, it is obvious from the above activity that exhaled air has carbon dioxide.
Materials required: dry towel, clean glass tumbler, beaker containing water, ice cubes, Bunsen burner, tripod stand, spoon. Method: take a clean and dry glass tumbler. Wipe it from outside with a dry towel so as to ensure that its outer surface is completely dry. Place a few ice cubes inside the glass tumbler. Wait for a few minutes. After a few minutes, you notice that outer surface of glass tumbler becomes misty and finally droplets of water appear on it. The process by which the water vapor present in air condenses to form liquid water on cooling is called condensation. Similarly, if a cold spoon is held above the steam coming from boiling water, tiny droplets of water are formed on the undersurface of spoon. It is because the steam on condensing changes into liquid water.
What did we see? When there is no air in the ball, we call it deflated ball. And when the air is filled inside the ball, it swells up and becomes big. So this is inflated ball. And what do we see? The inflated ball takes up more space. So what can we say? We can say the air fills up the space. Also, what did we see? When the weight of the deflated ball was taken, that is when there was no air filled inside the ball, its weight was 150 grams. But when the air was filled inside the ball, it became bigger. And what was its weight? We saw it had more weight. As we see here, it is 160 grams. So, what can we say? We can say air has weight.
The materials required are 3 test tubes, iron nails, distilled water, tap water, anhydrous calcium chloride, 3 corks and oil. Procedure: take 3 test tubes A, B and C. Put an iron nail in each of the test tubes. Pour some tap water in test tube A. Distilled water in test tube B. And anhydrous calcium chloride drying agent in test tube C. Add a few drops of oil to test tube B. Cork all the 3 test tubes tightly. Leave the setup undisturbed for 2 days. Observations: the nail in the first test tube undergoes rusting due to the presence of both water and oxygen. In the second test tube, the nail is prevented from rusting because the layer of oil cuts off its exposure to oxygen. The nail in the third test tube also does not rust because of the absence of water. This is because anhydrous calcium chloride absorbs all the moisture.